Okay, so the victim that we've all been talking about, he's been named as Yubin Tamang, 20 years old. This is the victim, RIP. I didn't really want to keep saying RIP when I don't know the person's name. And I think it's very important that a lot of us are able to identify with someone. This is the person's photo who has been passed away in a situation with Ghetts, right, who we know as Justin Clarke. Now, I think, right, how can I say this? I've got so much to say about this. First of all, I'm going to start by saying what I think is important, right? Now, I noticed that whenever people are passing away, there's a trend with GoFundMe, right? And I think that this can actually help some people. So I believe that the gentleman that passed away, the young man, the young adult, Yubin Tamang, there's some intelligence or there's some information going around that he went to Roehampton University, right? He was 20 years old. He was from Nepal. He was an international student and he was here studying, right? Now, someone who appears to be or know of him from Roehampton University, they've somewhat stated that he was working, right? So he was coming from work when he got hit, which was late in the night. So that only makes me assume that his parents have somewhat made ends meet for him to come here, for him to be here. For international students, it can be expensive. And I've put kids through private schooling that have cost me over £250,000 over the span of 10 years, right? Probably a lot more than that. I'm not even putting a figure on it. Can't even calculate it with all the extras and the uniforms and the trips and whatever else you want to call it. But back to the point. What's important here is that, like I said, I've noticed that sometimes we've done GoFundMes for people that will actually somewhat what appear to be living unsavory lives, right? But at the same time, everybody deserves a respectful burial if people can't afford it. So if somebody has contact with this young man's family, right? The young man, Yubin Tamang, if someone has contact with his family and they can prove that they've got contact with his family and they can start a GoFundMe and they can ensure that the money goes back to his family, probably someone from Roehampton University, if he doesn't have family here, I would like to be the first person, or I don't even matter because I'm not going to make this about myself, but I would like to make a donation, right, of £500 to keep that energy going, to get that energy started and make that energy start moving, for people to somewhat show people from his community that not everyone from our community is the same, right? Now, as I've spoken about in previous videos, you've had people trying to cover up the actions of Justin Clarke, Ghetts, and some of these people are professionals, and some of these people have careers, and some of these people are being funded by the community and their representation of our community. Whatever your appearance is, whatever your ethnicity is, whether you're a part of the Roehampton University community, whether you're a part of the community in Redbridge, whether you're a part of the music community, whether you're a part of the film community, and you've worked alongside Ghetts before. I've worked alongside Ghetts before. We have a song out that came out a long time ago, and I lost a friend whose name was Slinger, Leon Johnson. He was stabbed almost 30 times. I had to view his body on my birthday, right? He's featured on a song with Ghetts. So I'm not trying to act as if I've never come into contact with this person before, because I have, right? But I know what it feels like looking at somebody's mum cry. I know what it feels like not being able to answer questions when somebody's mum's crying, right? And I know what it feels like to be throwing fuel on a negative fire that has an impact, and I hold accountability for that. So like my friend Bean says, popularity does not come before integrity, and popularity does not come before accountability. If somebody knows this young man, Yubin Tamang, right, you can come and meet me. You can come and meet me in a number of places. You can come and meet me at in my workplace, which is a public physical space. You can come and meet me at a church where we hold IT workshops, or I can come and meet you on your university, at your university, and I can explain to someone at your university why I'm there, right? And like I said, if you can prove that you've got contact with his family and you can start a GoFundMe for his family, because I've seen us do GoFundMes before for people that are unsavory or that have been involved in unsavory environments, yeah, then I would like to make a donation of £500 to this young man that we can now put a face to. And I did share the video of what happened to him. And the reason why I shared the video is because when we as humans, we make pictures in our heads about something, right? So we put a picture in our head and we say to ourselves, this person was hit, you know, on a 20 mile per hour road, 30 miles per hour road, and maybe it was just an accident. But accountability. If you're doing 60 to 70 miles per hour on a 20 mile per hour road or a 30 mile per hour road and you hit someone, and obviously we're all going from the video at the moment. We don't know if the video is sped up at a certain stage or whatever, right? However, we all see that the facts around the situation is that he drives away. From my analysis of the video, it looks like he's doing about 60 miles per hour, 50 miles per hour. He hits the young man from the pool who's 20 years old, who's old enough to be my son, right? Because I'm in my 40s. So he hits him and he drives away, right? These are the facts around the situation. And like I said, if this young man from Roehampton University, international student, came here to study, is working that late at night and studying, he's making sacrifices.
I was gonna say
bag.
Yeah.
Jesus. 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 You test out the ticket. Yeah. What can you look at and say, yeah, we are going fast. What can you look at? Oh my God. Jesus. You good, Pete? Yo, we've even lost our camera too.
I own the fuck up like air what? Yeah what? If I was drink driving, you know I wouldn't dare stop.